Okay, I'm going to go ahead and release this project. It looks like we're going to need to adjust our hole here a little bit, which I'm going to do. There's no reason why we'll need to do a re-release on that. I'll just figure out how much to bump it over. So also on the regular covers there is a flange that comes down in here, 5 millimeters, to take up this space around the power supply. Right here, this is a window for installing plexiglass. I'll go ahead and release it without the window too, in case somebody wants it without the window. So the covers were a huge pain in the butt because the method I originally wanted to use, it just wasn't working out for me. So we'll get in here and show you what we're looking at. So this cover just basically screws onto the other cover, and it has flanges over here where it locks in. It is a little bit tight. I think there's just a little bit over extrusion right here on the corner that makes it fit kind of tight in here, but that's fine. And then it slides into place and it's locked in there pretty good. So that one, these are 3 millimeter screws, and around 5 millimeter. You got 9 millimeters from the top until you hit the power supply. So now this one is a little off. There's been a little adjustment on this, the part that kicks off comes in here. I had to extend it about a 0.5 millimeter to get it to lock in. Once it's flush, it kind of doesn't fit, but once it's over, so like I said, that one's already been corrected. So there's basically a detent right here and right here, and then there is these little things right here. Again, mine's been altered to make it fit. This is a prototype. There's a little hole that's going to be right above, so when you have this in there, there's two ways to get this off really. You can lift up on this cover a little bit right here, you know, and that'll give you the space, or I put a little tiny hole so you can stick a pin down in there and push on that. But most likely best way is just pull up on this a little bit, and this works. So next, and then there's your little slides for your plexiglass. I'd put it in there, but you're gonna need to unbury the table saw. So here is the actual, bump this up here and see what I'm looking at here. We'll get you a little closer here. Screw it down. Okay, so what you have here, we're gonna make an SKR version of this. I should be releasing that shortly. That's probably it's gonna move this power supply over. All right, so what we have is we have our Raspberry down here. Side, USB's on the top. Now, like I said, these are all prototypes, so there's been slight changes made to these, but nothing risky. So if it was risky, I would have done another print, so I don't send you guys shit that can't work. So we're gonna go USB out of here, and then there's gonna be a hole on yours, and the USB cable will come right in here. Then it'll come out right here, and there'll be a little cover. We'll go over to the computer and show you that here in a second. Let's see, what else do we have here? So the power supply, the switch. So put your switch in so that if you hit it, you can only turn it on. If you turn it around the other way, it's kind of exposed and you can hit it, but this way, to turn it off, is hiding behind this rail, so that's kind of cool. So you have wires that come up here to your tray. This is a little chase to cover it, and then come into your side tray, which this whole package will come with the side trays. It'll come with this cover. Of course, it comes with the power box. It comes with a different attachment. I have to move my spool because it keeps knocking my chain off. This is dual extrusion. But different bracket here. And then we have a bracket down here. Yours is shorter, doesn't come out as far, so it's not It's really close on the chain on mine. Yours won't be like that. Just trying to think what else is there to talk about. So the fan slides in. You'll have a hole for a 3mm screw. Just put it in there just a little bit, just to hold the fan from being able to vibrate. So where to go from here? This is our 5-volt power supply, 3 amp, excellent power supply, isolated buck converter, excellent power supply for your electronics. So I will do the same thing, and I will probably, since the Plus comes with a MOSFET, I probably will not make the universal bracket that allows for different MOSFETs. I may down the road. So the other possibility is I have a little room right here, and I just put some MOSFET pins right here. We have that. For on the Creality version. On the SKR version, of course, that'll be your power backup. So I guess I'll take you over to the computer. Actually, before I do that, let me just pull you here. So as far as your screen, so this is for the Creality version. So this is the full discount, the riprap full discount, or discount full discount smart controller, or discount full smart, whatever. We have this just mounts at a 19-degree angle. I also have one of these that I will include in the download package, that will hold the OEM screen. So we have that made too around here somewhere. I don't really care for the OEM screen. The menus, when you move into more advanced firmware with more options, the OEM screen really boxes you in on that. So now we do the SKR version. When we do the SKR version of this, I'm thinking I want to put the monitor up here near the top, the screen up here near the top, tilted back it a little bit, and then we'll stick the cable in here. But we'll see on that. All right. So I bought a microphone to try to do like screen saves and talking to the microphone. I tried to do it before, and the acoustics were so terrible. I know this is kind of hard on the eyes to watch this. So to print this, we're going to obviously lay it down. We're going to set our supports to 85% on the angle, and what that's going to really do is limit to where a lot of the supports go. So we'll end up supports probably here, probably not there, but here. And now this right here is going to be a support mess, so keep an eye on your density. Maybe keep your density down around like 8 or 10. Keep it low. And you want support everywhere, but as long as you keep it, well, there's not really a lot of things to support here. The other unfortunate part about this is that you're going to want to print it at 100% fill, and the reason why is because it's going to make a wall thickness around the inside of these threads, right? And then there's going to be supports, you know, voids, and then there's going to be infill, little lines of infill. Oh, dumb. And what can happen is that this part, when the screw goes in, can bust free from everything holding it, and then it's spinning on the end of the screw. So unfortunately, all these cases, and this is Skookum. I got this thing 4mm thick. This thing's going to cost you a half a roll of filament, but this is going to be an integral part of your computer. You don't want something cheap. So yeah, straightforward. Print it down, print it with a brim so it doesn't start lifting on the corners anywhere. 0.6 nozzle is what I recommend, which means you might want to take this thing to the paint booth after you get done. you know, and sand it down, put a little sandable primer on here, sand it down, and get her looking pretty. So you can still get a good print with a 0.6 nozzle, but it's probably going to want you to slow down, which is going to make this thing take a long time. With a 0.6 nozzle at 60 millimeters a second, I believe this is about a 24-hour print. Well worth it though, I think. Then let's see, here's your other box. Oh, let's talk about some of the features on this. All right, we'll just talk about this for a second real quick. Of course, your power plug. You got wire mounts all over the place. This is where your USB cable is going to come back in to the so it's going to come out USB here. It's going to go in here. No cover for this. Your power supply will mount here, so you're going to see a power supply right here. Go back to the other half. So this is where your USB is going to come out, and the best thing to do is we'll pop it through this hole right here, and then I'll have a little cover that'll screw on with a 3mm screw, and we'll make a cover. Well, no, just one cover. So we could have put the hole in the cover, and then all right, so my SD card filled up. I had to start over. Let's figure out where we're at. So I showed you the USB cable. What else do we got here? So this will be your switch, of course. This will be the hole that sends your cables out to your monitor and anything going to the hot end. 40 by 40 slant fan slides in. This is the hole right here for your stepper motor on this side, your Z, and this is your Z stepper that's going to run around the front, and go over to the other motor. Alright, that's all. Enjoy. We'll have an SKR version of this before too long. We're going to finish up the case on the 3, which is actually getting close. Matter of fact, I may do a test print on that today, on the main part of the case. Then we'll put an SKR in this. The problem is that I like this printer the way it is. It's my dual extrusion printer, and it works great, so it's no sense of really for me to put an SKR in here. I'm pondering buying another Plus, and I will just keep that Plus. I'll make that Plus SKR, and I will keep that Plus with a 6mm nozzle on it all the time, and that'll just be my big part printer. So, alright everybody, good luck.